First off, your name and title.
Russell McClanahan. I had to think about that. And I'm the archivist here at the Rome Area History Museum.
How long have you been working at the Rome Area History Museum?
About 3.5 years.
What got you into doing this?
My mother.
How so?
Well, whenever we'd come back, I was an Air Force brat, so whenever we'd come back to Rome, she'd go see our relatives, and she'd always talk about history with them. And so then I got interested, so I started asking questions because it just like, okay, I know who my father was, I know who my mother was. What about my grandmother? But what about her mother and stuff like that? So I'd keep asking them, and I was asking one of my grandmother's first cousins one time, about there's Patrick in our family, and I thought that was an interesting name, and I was asking her about it. And she said, oh, she got exasperated with me, so she went and she got a paper bag full of old letters and things that went back to the 1840s, and that kind of started my quest to figure out where all these letters and pictures and everything came from.
Have you always worked in history, or?
No, I'm a retired, I guess, educator, you'd say. I have about 11 years school counselor and teaching. Well, a couple more years teaching.
All here in Floyd County.
And I'm retired from the Army Reserves.
So you seem pretty busy and have a chance to put your feet down here at the History Museum.
Well, my life just started. See, I didn't get married. I got married 4 years ago, and so at age 57 for the first time. So, and now I've adopted 2 children, her 2 children, and now I've got 1.5 on my own. So my life is, I kind of doing my life backwards.
So
my real life just started the last about 2.5 years ago.
How fun is that?
It's great. It's wonderful. Because I'm not in any hurry anymore. I'd have been in a hurry if I'd done that when I was a younger fella. So.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself now. I mean, that seems an awesome time. What do you do? I mean,
it's kind of like, I describe it as like going through your grandmother's attic. If you like going through old stuff, because there's boxes up here that still haven't been gone through. The challenge is organizing it and making it understandable. And folks like Johnny helped me, but trying to get it to go with our mission, which is to educate, collect, preserve, and educate for the general public.
What's something about the Rome Area History Museum that people may not know?
We got a ghost in here. So,
really?
Well, we've heard it. She's a female ghost. She walks around every now and then. You can hear her.
Huh, that's interesting. What's the hardest part about your job?
Dealing with folks like this guy right here.
and the most rewarding part?
Dealing with folks like this guy right here.
Awesome.
No, it's. I'll tell you, Roger Aycock and C.J. White. Well, Roger Aycock was a real good friend. We played music together, and he was one of the inspirations for the museum. He wrote the book All Roads to Rome, and he's passed on. He was just an amazing fellow. And then C.J. White was kind of my mentor I'd always go to him to ask him questions about history when there was things that concerned local history. And he collected history, and he had a huge shelf of notebooks in his house, and I'd go over there and we'd go through those a lot of times. Well, now those same books are here at the History Museum, so I feel like I'm kind of here with Roger and CJ still, even though they've already moved on.
Being in the Army, or an Army brat, you said?
Well, Air Force brat.
Air Force brat, Army Reserves.
Army. Yeah.
Why Rome and Floyd County to settle down and put your roots down?
There's no better place.
Why is that?
Because it's home. Still feel like an individual. It's big enough where you have things to do. I'm a musician also, and play over. I've been playing at the Harvest Moon every Thursday night for about the last 7 or 8 years with different folks, and you feel like you know people, but it's not so big, it's so small that everybody knows your business. So.